just admit it. See, I gave you faith.
Hi guys, thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you who don't know, my name is Gia and I have all types of videos here on my YouTube channel, from busy working mommy tips to budgeting to organizing to all of the above. So I hope you enjoy this video of me explaining the story about how Charles and I became debt-free. Hi guys, I'm so excited to finally be able to sit down and film this video about our journey to being debt-free. I'm so passionate about it, and anybody who will listen, I tell the story to, give advice, or try to encourage to stay on that journey if they're feeling a little discouraged about paying off debt or overwhelmed. Because trust me, I understand it can be very daunting, especially to someone who's not like a numbers person or has some sort of financial background. So anyway, let's backtrack. So Charles and I were your normal red-blooded Americans with the three things that keep the middle class in the middle class, which is student loans, credit card debt, and car notes. Those were our big three things. And those three things totaled up to be about, 60 grand. We weren't paying minimum payments. We were paying more than that, but it was just little dents. Let's just say our debt was this huge, massive snowball. We were just throwing little dents in it, okay? It wasn't until like maybe a year and a half to 2 years into, no, really 2 years into our marriage, that's when the light bulb went off and everything changed for us. So I was introduced to Crown Ministries and Dave Ramsey by a coworker of mine. I had never heard of him or Crown Ministries before, and how she pretty much does zero-based budgeting. And she sent me a template in Excel that her and her husband use to kind of budget their salary every year. That had been so foreign to me because Charles and I were just, have these pretty much large allowances that we would give each other. Not that we would give each other, that we would allow each other to like spend each month. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And, we'd just pay the bills and just keep it pushing. Whatever was left in our bank account was, play money. And so when she introduced this to me, it just completely rocked my world. I mean, I loved it. I'm obsessed with Excel anyway. Just to give you a little background about myself, I did corporate accounting for many years. Now I am an analyst and I analyze portfolios. But anyway, so when she introduced this to me, I just loved it. And so I just became totally obsessed with it. And that's what I did and I still do to this day. I build our budget based on our annual salary, and every penny has a name in there. There is no free money. There is nothing that extra money, anything. Everything gets budgeted a name. And so by doing that and really focusing on all of our debts, that's what we did. And we pretty much knocked it out. I wrote my last check to Sally Mae last year, about exactly a year ago around this time, and it felt so good to just be debt free. And so I pretty much followed Dave Ramsey's methods, the 7 baby steps, but I changed it a little bit because I also follow people like Susie Orman and Clark Howard, and I take everybody's advice and kind of mix in my own, and just to know what's comfortable and do what's comfortable for my family. And I suggest anyone out there to do the same. Do your research. But I do like Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and that's what we did. And if you're not familiar with who Dave Ramsey is, he's like a financial guru who specializes in helping people get out of debt. And so his 7 baby steps are to first start an emergency fund. Second, start an emergency fund of $1,000. Second, pay all consumer debt off. All credit card debt must be paid except for your house. So you shouldn't, when you're finished with baby step 2, you should have no debt except for your home. Then baby step 3 is 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in cash in a savings account. Baby step 4 is invest 15% of your income into retirement. 5 is, you know, if you have children, to start a college fund. 6 is to pay off your home, and 7 is to live and give freely. So Charles and I did it a little bit differently. We did baby steps 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time. Because I didn't want to keep paying off all the debt and paying off all the debt and just throwing all of our cash at the debt, and then, you know, boom, a big expense comes, and then you're putting yourself back in debt because you have to use a credit card because you're putting all of your cash to your debt. And anyone who owns a home knows that it just happens. It's inevitable. I can name 1,000 things that have happened since we've been married where we had to just pay cash for it, and I'm so happy that we had that cash to be able to pay for it. So it's not like a vicious circle where you're getting yourself back in debt. So we did baby steps 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time, and we're currently in baby steps 4, 5, and 6 right now. And so it took us about, let's see, it's 2015. It took us 3 years to pay. And during those 3 years, we were also saving for, like, you know, house expenses. We're saving for our next car purchase because that'll be cash, vacations, everything that we do, we pay cash for. And if I do use a credit card, it'll get paid off, you know, at the end of that month. It gets paid off in full. So it took us about 3 years. And when I tell you, it feels so, so good not to have any debt except for your home. I mean, it is incredible. And I encourage anyone who is out there thinking, oh man, I have so much debt, we don't make enough money, or I just don't know where to start. The first thing you need to do is just sit down, write down all of your debts, and then make a game plan. And I plan on doing another video explaining how to start a budget from scratch, regardless of your income, and to stick to it. But I encourage you, and I encourage anyone who's struggling right now, thinking, oh gosh, we'll just have this debt forever. You don't have to have that debt forever, this debt forever. You can be debt free. And when I tell you, it's the most freeing, liberating experience not to have, you know, any pressure on your back from debt. And you literally change your family tree. And if you have children, you definitely want to do that. You want to give them that gift of financial freedom and teach them as they grow up to be financially free. So that's pretty much our story of how we became debt free. And like I said, I plan on doing a video about how to create a budget because that's the next steps. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I have helped so many of my friends get out of debt, made plans for them, and I'm by no means a financial advisor or a financial expert. I just love helping people and inspiring people to get out of debt. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you feel uncomfortable leaving a comment, send me a message or on any of my social media platforms, and I will be sure to respond to you. But I just want to tell you to keep your head up and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So I guess that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.